Okay, today we're going to test a Metro E point-to-point from a JDSU to a Greenlee communications meter. We're going to start by setting up our JDSU. You'll go to the Layer 2 traffic termination test. From here you will go to the enhanced RFC 2544 test. At this point, you can insert your Ethernet cord there, and on your Greenlee, you will go into port B. Has to be in port B of the meter. At this point, you'll select Ethernet on the Greenlee. You'll select port B. You have to make sure that this mode is on, MAC is on, and loopback must be on. So all three of these are on. At this point, this meter is completely set up, ready for testing. Back over here, this is loaded now. For the first time that you set this up, you have to do a new configuration. When we get through configuring this, we will save this to our profile so that when we come back, we can just load it. So to get started, we will start a new configuration. Take a minute to load. All right, for all your Metro point-to-points, they're going to be symmetric. Your measurements are loopback. Click next. Your frame type will always be 802.3. If you click it, it can be DIX, but you always want the 802.3. Your encapsulation is none, and it's in traffic mode. Next. Do you want to use a configuration template? Yes. Here, I always use the JDSU enhanced packet access rate. You'll see there's plenty of those that you can choose down through here, but the best one to use is the first one, the JDSU enhanced packet access rate. You apply the template. It's been successfully applied. Click next. You want to test throughput, latency, frame loss. You do not need to back-to-back. You want packet jitter, and that is it. Throughput, latency, frame loss, packet jitter. Click next. Here's where you will select your bandwidth. How fast are you testing? Is it 100 meg, 500 meg, 10 meg, 20 meg, whatever you're selecting. For this test, we'll check 100 meg up, 100 meg down. Click next. These are the frame lengths. 768. You want to go all the way down to 1596 on your frame lengths. Next. With zero in process, you can choose RFC 2544 as the standard or the enhanced. I prefer the enhanced, but either one will be fine. You want to test to within 1/10 of a megabit. Next. Test procedure. We're testing the RFC 2544 standard. Bandwidth of 100 meg. Here you would make this match the first number you told it. If it was 20 meg, you change it to 20 meg here. Configure test duration separately. No, you want them all to test at the same time. Here's where you can set it for how long do you want each test to go. 20, 30, 60. Depends on how long you want to do it. Standard is 20 seconds for each test. 20 minutes for each test, one time. You want to show the pass and fail for each test. So go test it for 100 meg, 0 frame loss, because it's a Metro, it should have 0 frame loss. the latency for 1,000 and packet jitter for 0. Here's where you can name your profile. Call this the test number 1. And then save it here so that you'll be able to find it later. Test1.expertrfc. Next. And now we can begin our test. Right here, you tell it to start. Now, it's going to go out and it's going to see if it can find the loop from the other test set over here. It found the other test set, got a permanent loop, it's green. It's going to tell us what kind of speed that it's sending over to and receiving back. It's getting 100 megs there and back. So now we know we've got a good test set up. We click next. It says it's going to take true throughput, latency, packet jitter, and frame loss. If it passes, you'll get a green check, fail, red X. Once it's completed, you get a blue check mark. And if it's doing that, it's running. At this point, we can tell it to run test. This up here becomes the thing here, telling us running. It should populate over here to the side and tell us about how long it's got left. It tells us this is going to run for 11 minutes. And as soon as it's finished running, we'll show you the results.